asked Jayden who he would pick between you and Malik, and he's a smart quarterback. He took the easy way out. He pled the fifth.
I plead the fifth, man.
I'm taking you, though. Don't tell Malik. Appreciate you, man. Good luck. Enjoy it.
Yep, appreciate it.
What's up, man? Beau Allen, Green Light Pod. Just talked to two of your teammates. Pleasure talking with you. First question is, I was a nose guard in the NFL. What's it like being just like a sick athlete that gets to touch the ball and score touchdowns?
It feels good, having that ball in your hand, you're able to, celebrate when you make touchdowns and, catch the ball at its highest peak, run routes, and have the ability to do all those things. Just feel good.
Another question for you. One of my buddies, I played in the NFL for a long time. A lot of my former teammates, friends are now scouts. One of my friends is a scout. He scouted you. He loved you. He called you, his one-liner on you was a grimy competitor with speed and twitch. How do you feel about that scouting note?
I like that one.
Grimy, right? Competitor, speed and twitch. All right, one more question before I ask. I'm asking a lot of guys here. What's your favorite play you ever made in college?
Favorite play. Let's see. I'll probably say the one from Texas A&M. This past year when I got my foot in bounds, I don't know how I got my foot in there. I thought I was out.
Barely.
On the replay, I showed I was inside. So that was the craziest catch. Probably my favorite one.
Who's better, you or Brian Thomas?
BT.
Smart man. Appreciate you. Good luck. Enjoy it. Quick question for you. What's your favorite play you ever made in college?
Favorite play I ever.
Too many. Just gotta think through them real quick.
I want to say the touchdown versus Florida. Nah, it probably had to be my touchdown versus Ole Miss in the left corner. It was a fade ball.
Fade ball?
Yep.
Left corner?
Yep.
We're going to pull that up. We'll make a fun little cut up for you.
First touchdown versus Ole Miss.
First touchdown?
Yeah. I ended up having 3 that game.
Yeah, that one hits different. All right. Growing up, is there like an NFL player that you love watching or something that you try to model your game after?
Growing up, I would say I liked Julio Jones a lot. Yeah. So
He's still doing it, man.
Yeah,
sorry, I got that.
for sure.
Julio Jones?
Yeah.
You a little chilly right now, man? I feel you. I'm fucking dying. Fucking Detroit, dude. This fucking bullshit. We got beautiful Ford Field right down the corner, but we're over here outside grinding. What else I have? Oh, yeah. Talk to your quarterback. How nice is it to have, I see the three of you standing right here, but just 3 talented playmakers on that LSU offense. Does that make it easier, or do you guys get more competitive fighting for the ball, trying to get, targets?
I would say it made it easier for us to, be able to get the ball, but it was still, competitive. Me and Malik and everybody on that, all the wide receivers, we're all competitive. So we're going to, of course, everybody wants the ball. Everybody feel like they could have made that play or whatever. But it was for Jayden being able to do what he does. It was made it easier for me and Malik to be able to get those opportunities and be open and have lots of one-on-one coverages.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's going to stay competitive in the NFL, man. I asked Jayden who he would pick between you and Malik, and he's a smart quarterback. He took the easy way out. He pled the fifth.
I plead the fifth,
man. Smart quarterback. I'm taking you, though. Don't tell Malik. Appreciate you, man. Good luck. Enjoy it.
Yep.
How you doing? Yo, what's up, man? Light Pod, how are you?
Blessed, man. Blessed and highly favored.
So as a former defensive lineman, got to ask you, what is your go-to pass rush move?
Stab club or
stab club, like a
stab club. Yeah, stab club where the feet like a cross chop.
Yeah,
but the hand might be a little different. The hand stab club is for high.
Hit me.
So I'm gonna come at you right here.
Yeah.
If you give me low hand, I'm gonna come with a cross chop like this.
Yeah. We're gonna find that one on tape. We'll cut it up.
Yeah.
So as a rusher, how nice is it when you have Chris Brazel on the other side? You guys have such a good, defense over at Alabama. Yeah. But one of you guys is gonna kind of flush the quarterback either up in the pocket or to the other guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Over since my freshman to my sophomore, to my junior year, I done had a good bunch of pass rushers such as Chris Brazel, Will Anderson, so Darian Mathis, Justin the Boydby, and the dudes that's still there now. And so, but really though, it's just it's a blessing to have dudes like that on the other side, because we compliment each other and we get each other better too.
Right.
And in practice, it gets real competitive too. So in the games too, and then the meeting rooms probably be the funniest parts. You know, just learning with my guys, laughing, talking shit to each other and shit like that. And so it's just a bunch of good things. So it's just a blessing. And then you build those relationships off the field too.
Right.
So
So I'm sure you probably hit up like Will Anderson, try to ask him a bunch of questions about what it's like being a rookie and things like that. Did he have any wisdom for you?
Yeah, he kind of just said like, if you just keep on doing what we're doing now, we'll be good. So. We went to the right school and did the right things in college. So he just basically said he was trying to tell me how like his rookie season was kind of like his freshman year at Alabama in a way, but you got to
earn it all over again.
So
So
he kind of said that's how he was. So it's like going into like how I went into my freshman year. It's going to be a lot of good things. So
a lot of Bama guys here. You guys getting competitive over who's going to be the first one off the board?
I mean, we just over here, ready to pat each other on the back. Ready to support each other and stuff like that. But of course, some little competitive things and stuff like that. But
whoever gets picked first off the board, they just have to put their card down at the club.
Everybody got you know the drill. So.
Couple of other quick ones for you. Are there any NFL players that you really love watching growing up, or like that you modeled your game after?
There's a bunch. So I can name you a handful. I'm just telling you one. So I probably modeled my game after the most recently one. So I'll probably say Daniel Hunter. Yeah. I watched a lot of my boy Will Anderson too. Yeah. So them two down there. I watched a lot of Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, Khalil Mack. The dude out of the Dolphins. Well, last year, man, Ginkle, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb.
So you're grinding too.
Yeah, I watch a lot of. I can't even tell you. There's a whole bunch of dudes, but it's probably them probably the main dudes. So I watch a lot. So
what is your big purchase going to be once you finally sign this deal?
Probably buy me a car.
There you go.
Probably buy a car. Pay some bills.
Got anything in mind?
Nah, not specific right now. We really depend on where I'm going. Like if I go out like to the West Coast, where gas is higher, probably get me like an electric car. If I go out,
smart.
I'm gonna be real smart with it. So.
All right, so I played football in 2010 to 2013. I was in college. We didn't have NIL, so it's fascinating to me to see all these deals. What's the biggest NIL deal you signed?
I wouldn't get like.
I want specifics.
I wasn't getting paid like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like I was probably getting paid most from the school, but like the most I probably cashed in from some NIL thing was probably like $30,000.
God bless you, brother. Enjoy it, man. Appreciate you. Yo, brother, how are you? Beau Allen here, Green Light Pod. I was a former defensive lineman. Got to ask you, what's your go-to pass rush move?
Euro chop.
Euro chop?
Yeah, Euro chop.
I didn't have that one in the bag.
For real? Nah.
More of a bull rush guy, man. Look at me.
No, for real. You're stocky.
Exactly. Sorry, I got to move this shit back and forth. Curious, what's your most memorable play you ever made in college? Like your favorite play, the one sack or one play you made, you look back like, fuck yeah.
Dude, it was against San Diego State this past season, and it was a goal line stand, and the first two plays stuffed by our D lineman, and then the third play they ran this little jet sweep, and he was about to put the line over the ball over the line, and I come from the opposite side and hit the ball out, fumbles it, they pick it up on the one, and it's down on the one, and that's the best play for me. But the next play they try to do a fake run and then throw it, and then Darius gets the interception. So I mean, the whole time they were on the 1 yard line and did not get an inch.
No dice. I love them. I also love the no sleeves, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I can't wear sleeves. Never wore sleeves once.
I feel like everybody should have the sleeves, no sleeves. I mean, were you having fun with the kids?
Yeah. Here's a pro tip. Once you're playing next year in the NFL, cold, November, no sleeves, you got to lube up with Vaseline. It helps keep the heat in, and it makes your arms yoked up.
Okay, bet. That's probably the best advice I've gotten since leading up to this job.
Two more questions. Is there a player that you love watching growing up or that you modeled your game after?
Yeah, so I mean, growing up it was Troy Polamalu. That's a big one for the Polynesian community. But then when I got to know my skill set and who I'm kind of alike, it's definitely been Max Crosby for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the way his motor playing the game, I mean, it's just never ending. It's nonstop,
Yeah. No, he's a great player, man. All right, last one. Once you sign that deal, what are you going to treat yourself to? What's your first big purchase going to be once you sign that contract?
I need a car, so just to get me to the facility and back. But it's going to be, I don't know, I'm thinking about a TRX truck or something like that. Yeah.
I'm a big moped guy. Don't be afraid to rock a moped. Yeah, it's good.
I would never be afraid to.
All right, man. Hey, good talking to you. Good luck. Have fun. Darius, favorite football player that you watched growing up or someone that you modeled mold your game after?
I'd probably say this past year, Max Crosby and Chris Jones, those are my favorite players right now.
You see yourself more mixing up on the inside as like a 3 technique defensive tackle, or out on the edge as an edge rusher, or like in between like a 5 technique and like a 3-4 scheme?
Honestly, whatever team draft me, whatever they want me to do, I put on tape. I can play every position. So just excited to see who drafts me and where they line me up at.
I got you. All right, one more quick question. I played in the NFL for a long time, and I don't know if you know this, but the rookie show is kind of a fun thing during camp. You have a go-to karaoke song, or what do you got prep for your rookie show? Anything come to mind?
Nah, I can't think of none, but I'll find some old school songs to bring up.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Good luck. DJ, I was a 7th round draft pick. Obviously a lot of emphasis on the day 1 guys, the stars that are out today that will be at the draft tomorrow. I was wondering if we could shine the spotlight on some day 3 guys. Who's like a safe guy that you love that you think will be a great NFL football player?
Man, there's a bunch of interesting dudes on day 3. I've come up with a couple, like, these are late round non-combine flyers that I've watched like over the last couple of weeks that I love. There's a safety from Air Force, Troy Taylor. He's a stud. I love the way he played. I don't think it's a great safety class, so I'm hoping that maybe he goes up a little higher than that. But honestly, I didn't even know who he was until like a couple weeks ago. And then there's a linebacker from Weber, last name Reed, first name not in my head right now. But I put him on like the back end of my list too, like in like 140 somewhere in there. But I think it's cool, man. When you get guys, once you get there, it's all. Everybody gets their opportunity, you get your shot and go. But those guys played really, really hard, and I think also at that point in the draft too, like core teamers. I'm curious, dude. I'd love to know what you think on like with the rule change. I think you're going to see on special teams. It's going to be better for the linebackers and the tight ends and those guys.
It's going to change the makeup of rosters. I think it's especially with middle of the road, so to speak, NFL guys that are in the middle of their careers. I think it'll kind of price some of those guys out of the NFL, which is unfortunate to see. But I'm a defensive lineman. Who's your favorite defensive lineman in the draft?
For me, favorite defensive lineman in the draft. So I ended up with Dallas Turner as my top guy. Those 3 edge rushers are interesting just because Latu's easily the most polished.
He's smooth.
He's got a lot of tricks in his bag.
A lot of moves,
A lot of tricks in his bag. So, the injury, I kind of factored that in with the neck. Jared Verse comes in clear packaging. I was talking about that with Chris the other day. Just like, I know exactly who he is. Like, he's a power rusher. I hope
it's fun when he's playing with Fisk too. It's fun to see those guys together.
No question.
On the same side.
Get up the field.
Right.
I just hope wherever he goes, I hope they loosen him up a little bit, give him a runway, and let him get after people. But he's fun.
Last question for you: what's your favorite football podcast besides Move the Sticks?
Oh, golly! It was like, I think it was called like the Red Light Special or something. It was like a light. There was a color. I can't remember the name.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, I think it was. What was it? I think Howie Long.
He was on. Kyle maybe.
No, I didn't know. Kyle Long, I'm not familiar with.
Appreciate you. Enjoy it. Biggest surprise of the day for me is Daniel Jeremiah knew who I was. Kind of cool.